Alright. This is already not right here. This is already not right. I already don't like this. Cause look, I'm over here. You see this right here?
Yeah.
But they put her on my what's the name for? This is look. In order for you to look at my video, you first gotta see Kamala Harris. See what you think? You think we fuck with you like that over here? You think that's you see? They try to play me. You see what I'm saying? They try to play me. You see what I mean? Like, just cause we black over here, you think we want to see that? The same way, I had a whole time where it was these crackers were scamming, talking about they building the mosque. He said these were straight crackers. Talking about they building a mosque, and can you donate some money to them? They don't put this kind of scam stuff on my page. I don't get that. I don't get that at all. So we see what happens. We got a little minute here. To get the what did I miss crew up in here. We gotta do something about that light. Can't call it. What's going on?
Oh, the light comes. Shit, yeah. Camera's on your phone though, right?
Yeah.
Or the camera's on the monitor.
No, I'm using that.
Okay.
Sound. You see? Oh yeah, nah, it's too dark, man.
Too dark. On the other one.
Alright, that. Wait. Okay. Now we're talking. Now it almost look like we're in a professional studio. That's what I'm talking about. You gotta wait for a few more people. Y'all know, that's what it is. Y'all been coming on late. So a lot of people they not ready.
We didn't see what happened. You missed it.
Got Robbie. Is this even? See, this is what I missed. This is where I missed when I had my sounds. I gotta hook all the music stuff back up there. Free cipher lot. See, I gotta bear with me. I got my screen over here so I can see. I got my screen over here so I can see the comments. It's over here, this right here. My eyes ain't the same as they used to be. So what's the deal out there? Free cipher lot. Kasim, you almost like my co-host. I don't think you missed the live, and I don't think we missed it live in 2024. Phil G, oh, we got trouble tonight. Phil Jesus in the building. So, Phil Jesus, what say you about the political events of the last week and a half, let's say? By the way, did anybody have to see a commercial from Kamala Harris to get in here? Because on my other screen over here, where I'm looking at my other screen over here, where I can see the what's her name, right? When it came on, I had to watch a commercial of Kamala Harris. Was anybody watching? There was a time when they had a pork commercial. There was a commercial for pig meat on my channel. I didn't understand. You know, that clearly seemed like a conspiracy against me. Kamala campaign caked up. I mean, yeah, I heard she made a little 80 mil. Little 80 mil, can't shake a stick at that. You think it's gonna help? You know, I don't know these things. But I do feel a little bit like, look, put that commercial on some Indian person's channel. You know, I don't want to be xenophobic, but I'm just saying that this kind of take it for granted thing, right? That because, the personality or whatever you want to call me on this channel is black, that I'm interested in hearing from her, or that you guys, as the people that tune into the channel, would be interested in hearing from her. You said it will help public perception, but I don't think in the end. I mean, I'm going to tell you this much. I think it's a function of how much she can keep her mouth shut. If she starts talking too much, it's going to remind people of why they didn't vote for her the first time. Like, because see, right now, she's riding high, right? She's the hero. I really don't think it's, she's hit the ceiling. Like, what can she say now, right, that would improve where people would say, oh yeah, now, it's a lock. That's what I'm doing. Ah, man, that would just be horrible. So you say she's going to turn her campaign into a rap campaign? Listen, that's cooning. I gotta call a spade a spade. Look, shout out to everybody. because I've already made a couple statements where we may not have a channel tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But look, that's cool. Because all of a sudden now, you singing and dancing, for the I don't know about that. The world is yours. What's the deal? Oh man, you think Cardi B? I'm just saying that as black people, right? That's what I'm saying, right? That we have to, we shouldn't be proud of that. That a musician could come and make our decision. A musician is, whose expertise we respect on a matter like that. Although, I do think Cardi B is smart. Like she doesn't have a huge vocabulary, so you might be deceived. But notice you never heard Cardi B saying how she got jerked. You know what I'm saying? Like Cardi B is not under no illusion about what she's doing. She's taking her act, to a national level. The same act she was doing at the club. You know what I'm saying? And she knows how to parlay it. You know what I'm saying? She understands the game. You know what I'm saying? Or she has a really good team around her, whatever the case may be. That being said, right? Don't get me wrong, as a citizen, right? As a person who pays a lot of taxes, she has the right to speak on political matters. I'm not saying that she shouldn't be speaking on it, but she could be our leader, or one of our leaders. She can provide the leadership for us in, politics or science or, medicine or these types of things. That's something different. See, that's the thing about knowledge and wisdom. We have, we the best knower, the most wise in this situation or that situation, but not necessarily every situation. So you got some people that you just getting the knowledge right now, right? So you come on the channel, right? And I got the knowledge and wisdom. But see, somebody over here may be a mechanic or something. I'm just saying as an example. And so when it comes time to fix cars, I don't want to hear about 120. I want to see you apply 120. See, that's the thing. See, you got the principles and then you got the manifestations. This principle is constant, but the manifestation, right, is from cipher to cipher. How wisdom is manifested in this cipher, how wisdom is manifested in that cipher may not be the same. See, how I manifest wisdom if I'm talking is different than how I manifest wisdom if I'm listening. But I'm manifesting the same principle. Leonore Silver said, but she's leading the youth in the wrong direction. I mean, I didn't, I left that part out. You know what I'm saying? But that's just something, uh, that's something we got to look at. You know what I'm saying? In terms of, and then we got to realize too, right, that these leaders are selected for us. Like, that's what I'm saying. A certain thing where he likes the devil because the devil gives him nothing. You got to start paying attention, because see, that's one of the reasons why certain people is elevated from the jump, right? To be examples and be tokens, right? At the end of the day, right? Who they put the camera on becomes our leader. Whoever they put the camera on, whoever gets the sound bites, like, look, how many people was really down with Black Lives Matter? Nobody that I knew personally, and that's anecdotal, right? I don't know everybody, even in New York City, even in this neighborhood. But I don't know if I ever, knew somebody that was in support of the Black Lives Matter organization. But because the camera was put on them, they became our leadership. And see, at the end of the day, which it always does, right? This flows right into the topic. That, see, your mind, right, is the best part, man. And see, you got to preserve that for yourself. You got to preserve that for yourself, not in the terms of, your mental energy, the whatever ideas you have, yeah, that's you, your family, people that's around you, and all that. But I'm saying you have to be the one that's controlling the ideas. See, there's a lot of things where people, even with this knowledge. See, if you got something, right, and you don't want to preserve it for yourself, you really need to ask yourself if this is really the best part. How many things that you think is the best and you let any motherfucker just come and handle it? But see, that's what some people do with knowledge. See, when you make it too easy. And see, like I've always said, right? There's a difference between somebody knowing the basic essence of the universe. Anybody can know the black man is God. That don't make them one of us. Don't ever make that mistake that thinking that just because, people deal with the science of God that they this, man. And see, that's where the lines get blurred. See, similar is not the same. You say, hey, y'all talking about, see, why I can't even, I can't even say that, District 120. Shout out to District 120. But see, look, I was telling people that, look, made, I've already made several statements today that could get me kicked off of here. You know. See, I'm not going to say what you said right there. District 120. We'll see. So, Leonore Silver, you new to the channel. Yeah, I got one of my favorite cousins. His name Lenora.
This is a computer room that we use to teach the kids. And this is Darkim. This is Darkim.
Darkim, okay.
These brothers are from France.
Okay.
They had questions about the school, so I'm
just wondering what is the purpose of this place.
To teach that the black man is God.
The black man is God.
Yeah, that's what we teach.
Ah, okay. And who is Allah if the black man is God?
The black man.
The black man.
Yeah.
Okay. And he said to me that you teach Islamic culture, not the
general civilization.
Yeah. Okay. But it's not. It's just for culture. You don't get diploma from here. It's just.
No diplomas come from here.
For example,
this is a cultural school,
okay,
not a academic.
So it's school. Apart from school.
Right.
Okay.
We teach different subjects here.
Yeah. Okay. Good thing.
So how long y'all gonna be in New York?
1 week.
1 week?
Yes.
Okay. I'm glad y'all came by here.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Spark my xenophobia in here. See, I don't play with them. I don't play with them. You see, I let them know up front. I don't play with them. You see, if I go over there, they ain't gonna play with me. I let them know up front, bro. Up front. See, that's what I mean. Don't be scared to be God. See, if I went over there, they let me know up front, right? See, your Mecca is over there. This is our Mecca right here. See, they lucky if we was out there. Matter of fact, I missed my cue right there. See, usually when they ask me who's Allah, because a lot of times what they ask, right? They say, yeah, but it says Allah School in Mecca. So I tell them, yeah, this is Mecca, and that's Allah right there. Then you see, don't. And see, if they would ask me, you know, I know how to show and prove. Not impressed at all. But you know, that happened. Any questions about how to deal with that type of segment? Or was that clear? You see, that's how we is, right? That's how it is. See, let me tell you something, man. I had to go through this the hard way. So if you want to go through it the easy way, go someplace else. Don't try to come through me. When you got the lessons, right? What was the first thing you learned? When you got 120 lessons, right? What was the first thing? Anyone, Bueller. What was the first thing? Right? Shall improve each lesson. But when we got to one, it said, who's the original man? That's the beauty part of the nation, man. You ain't got to carry a nigga's water up 1,000 steps. You ain't got to study 35 to 50 years. You ain't got to be an apprentice. You ain't gotta go over the river and through the woods like Indiana Jones. You come here the first day and we tell you that you got. So why would we change it? Why would we change it? Because of somebody else. Unless you either scared to say that you got, or you can't show and prove it. Who's this here? I gotta look. I got the biggest screen over here. We on the phone over here. I got the screen over here, so I gotta bear with me. You know, my eyes don't work like they used to. Did y'all know that I'm the only person in my family that don't wear glasses? Like my pops, he only wore glasses for reading. But parents, brothers, sisters, kids, I'm the only one. But Tag Magazine Podcast. Welcome to the channel. Were you on here? Were you on here before? Where you from, Tag Magazine? And these podcasts you do, what's the nature of that? Smell goods. They smell goods. What's gonna happen with Brownie? NBA, G League, or China? What's the give us the 411 smell goods. Basketball coach extraordinaire. Self I build. And you better not say Puerto Rico smell goods, because that's gonna be that's not gonna be right if you do that. Hey, Brownie, where's he going? You said he gonna play with his father in the NBA? Okay. To what extent? You saying to what extent here? Paterson, New Jersey, land of the peace with the magnetic. You know, it's wild because when I used to go to Paterson, a lot of times I used to stay with a brother named Magnetic. He said minimal minutes till earn, but he got the keys. I mean, look, I'll take your word for it. So, Tag Magazine question: Are you one of the ULIs? See, for the people that don't know, right? This is an individual Patterson thing that I've observed, right? Is that there's a family, there's a tree in Patterson that's the ULIs. Like all of them got whatever their name is, ULI at the end. They name is, Darkim, ULI, Love Eternal, ULI. Are you one of the ULIs? Nah, I didn't see the game, the South Sudan versus USA. I heard about it, but I heard a little bit more about the controversy of what people were saying about the game and about the players, et cetera, et cetera. Smell good. You gotta be the first black person I met that likes Duke. Yeah, this is like a racial show right here. I gotta calm down. This is I'll get my channel taken down, man, if I don't stop. Hmm. Yeah, I heard Lou Ordang is like the president of basketball or something over there, like the president of the national team or something. But they got a couple of people from the NBA. They was talking about that, how they got quite a few people from the NBA, involved in the national South Sudan team. So that was why they excelled. So you said B got a lot. Introduce me to you. You talking about B guy that's from Elizabeth? And you was a young guy. I came to your basketball tournament. We recorded a song. You said we recorded a song at my rest back in the late 90s. Yo, man, I've been doing this a long time. But if you talking about B guy, yes, that's the B guy you're talking about. And where was the basketball tournament? King Math. And King Math is having the best 2024 out of everybody. We gotta catch up. King Math is the MVP right now. Had a new son and learn 120. You like the most improved player in the MVP in the same season. But shout out to the new Mr. 120. Oh, Magnetic introduced you. Oh, all right. You know something? I remember what you're talking about now. I don't recall the song, but I do recall coming out there to the tournament. Yeah, I recall that. So, uh, the building that came to a point at the corner. Oh, I know you're talking about. You talking about that yeah, and the little it had a little community garden right in there. Yeah. A lot of that was lot of people came through there. See, that's how it is. That's what we should do. We should be building out in the street, and then we take it to the lab and play with the keys, man. See, I recall all that, man. So yeah, that's you you end up sticking with it, preserving the best part for yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of the work comes out to, man. You doing what you got to do to preserve the best part.
See that already.
But see, that's the type of stuff I'm talking about, man. That's the type of stuff I'm talking about right there. Where like I said, the experience. You know what I'm saying? See, that's the walking and talking right there. You see what I'm saying? Where, you know, just by going by Tag Magazine podcast, I didn't know what that was. But see, when he started talking about all this stuff, the walking and talking, like, yeah, I know this brother. You know what I'm saying? I can't place him right now, but I recall all the stuff that he's saying. See, this is the experience that you can't get on the internet, man. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, this is we interact right here. We interact. You know what I'm saying? Even the nature of this, like I seen other people who which they don't do lives, right? But when they do their posts, like they sitting there reading like a essay that they prepared, and they just read the essay, and then on here we interact a little bit, but not to this degree right here. You see what I'm saying? Where look, see now look, and this is where the showing and proving is at, G. Now see, he ain't been in my house before, so see he can tell you if I was a phony. See that's what walking and talking. Remember the brother yesterday, and he was like, "Yo, brothers." See this is what walking and talking do. You know what I'm saying? A lot, because see, look, you got people that study their lessons to come to the rally. And they come to the rally, they know today's mathematics, today's degree. But ask them something like the 39th degree. See, when I'm trying to let you off the hook, I ask you something like the knowledge degree in the 1 to 10. But see, once you pass 31, how people ain't dealing with that all the time. See, this is you got to take it there. See, the calendar ain't going to just take you there. See, if you just a regular follower and you just come in, try to do the minimum to get whatever benefit you want to get, right? You're not dealing with 32 to 40. But check this out. Look at what is the meaning of the lessons from 32 to 40. See, where 31 take you up to? That's not rhetorical. Where does 31 take you up to? To make devil what must one first do. See, look, you can count on Mr. 120. See, you can count on Mr. 120. And what's that in the 136, Mr. 120? Oh, Kasim, we getting down to the meat right now. Then what happened? Then what happened is what you do. So yeah, if I want to see, really, really, then yeah, I'm gonna take you up over 31. We're gonna go up there. See, because what happens when you get past there? Now we get to taking the devil off the planet. See, now we get to the present day in time when they say approximately 60 years ago. That's approximately 60 years ago from the NOI, right? From Elijah revealing the truth. And he revealed the truth, what you gonna do with it? See, if you doing it right because you understand that yourself, right, your own self, mentally and physically, is the best part. And you drawing this knowledge up to preserve that, right? You drawing this knowledge up to preserve the best part. Then you're not going to be saying, well, I ain't really got time to study my lessons. I got school, I got work. I got a pet aardvark I gotta walk. Shaquem, what's the deal? Checking in from the Midwest. Jay, it's been a minute since we seen Jay on the You know what's bugged out though, Tag Magazine? You know, I was just thinking about this. Like in the last 2 days, I was thinking about this, right? It's that, even like being on a channel, right? It's a lot of people that love me and shit. There's a lot of people that, you know what I'm saying, I got great history with and all of that, right? But then, right, we gotta deal with science. And when we deal with science, we know that there's a opposite but equal reaction, right? For every action, there's an opposite but equal reaction. So, you know what that means, Tag Magazine? It's a lot of motherfuckers that hate me. You can't escape it, man. You can't escape it. True light. He says, it's funny you say this because I just told him, brother, you've been on 1 to 14 for a year, but you find time for everything else. Yeah, that's true. And look, especially, see, because look, it, a lot of things, like I said, when I realized that, my experience was a lot as a child, right? So, it may not apply to what you're dealing with, but it's like, look, we in school, right? And like you said, you've been studying for months and years and months and days, right? A new song just came out. Like they just played it on the master mix on Friday night. And you show up Monday knowing the words, but you don't know your lessons. We couldn't have figured that one out either. we could never figure that one out either, Kasim. But like I said, it just goes to show you whether the person really sees that as the best part or not. Like I said, with other religions, right? If you really believe that heaven is such a great place, right? Why you don't just die? Why are you taking this medicine and all this stuff to save your life? If you really believe that heaven is all this great place, why are you crying when people dying? By the way, I was at the memorial. Memorials is a place where, some people reveal themselves. If you can sing the whole Kendrick Lamar, so you should be able to sing the sweet songs of mathematics. Indeed, at the very least. You said people shy away from the harsh realities. I've noticed this a lot most recently. I mean, you know, it's no, it's you put it as clear as it can be put. You put it as clear as can be put. You know what I'm saying? You know, in the lessons, right? It says he likes the devil because the devil gives him nothing. See, remember, right? You're supposed to rob them and live in luxury. And see, not having to deal with reality is a luxury. No. I'm not saying that a person shouldn't cry, right? A bond has been broken. You know, a stage of life has been completed. But I'm just saying, if you're under the impression, like I was saying, Smell Good's Ash Memorial. Now, look, I've been at Brothers Memorials, right, where somebody got up to the little lectern or whatever, the little pulpit right there where the people talk about the person and say, and we talking about 5%, right? And say that the person is in a better place now. See, that's when you start seeing, right? When people start talking about Allah in the third person. Yo! Motherfucking savages. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That when people getting, you know, caught up, when you're not really being witness to what you're saying. If you really being witness to what you're saying, right, then you're supposed to be adding on. You're supposed to pick up that torch. Whether we talking about exercising the principles, whether we talking about, you know, manifesting the same things, you know, you might you know, have something that they did that they introduced you to, and now you continue to do it. But some people, they don't really. So people's perception of reality is based upon a lot of things they view online or via their favorite celebrity. Yeah, you know, now look, perception and reality is different things. And I know we live in a world right now where uh that's kind of the basis of society right now, is that perception is reality. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've already hit enough topics and said enough things, right? That I don't want to get kicked off of YouTube just yet, right? But you know, we know.
ain't gonna be too big. I'm taking the knob off. What you need?
You're looking for that or a card.
Oh, card. Yeah. Card.
So we out here. Wait, what's looking like Instagram? Hey, listen. But he outside. He said, "Why is it looking like Instagram? What looks like Instagram? I don't know. Can't call it." But getting back to what I was saying is that, yeah, we live in a society, right, where people expect our reality to be their perception. Meaning like what they perceive, right? Like you perceive something, right? But in all reality, right? My 5 physical senses, along with whatever senses I have, right? Mentally, tell me that your perception is wrong. Like right now, right? A person could jump off the state office building right there, right? State office building, probably about 20 some floors, right? At least 15 floors, right? Person could jump off the state office building, right? And their perception could be that they're flying. That could be their perception. But the reality is that you're not flying, you're dying. But this, that whole thing, we already know how we feel about my truth and your truth on this channel. We don't bear witness to, speaking your truth. Look, there's the truth and then there's lies. There's no my truth, your truth, his truth. There's the truth, and then there's varying degrees of falsehood. You can't always say somebody's lying. I don't know why what you're saying is wrong. Maybe that's really your perception. Maybe somebody told you that. Maybe you read it in a book. Who knows? But the thing about reality is it can be shown and proven, right? Without us having to stretch the imagination. The root word of reality is still real. Three sides to a story. I don't know about no 3 sides to a story. Yeah, truth is only based on actual facts. It's not that it should be. Sir Love missed us by that much. See, because even when you deal with that concept of 3 sides to a story, right? The only reason for you to listen to the other 2 sides is to condense it into the one truth. The breadth, the length, and the depth of facts. Only thing, Robbie, uh, at a certain point, that's 6 sides. You said one's vocabulary and articulation skills is what creates the misunderstandings. Truth will prevail over those 2 sides. Yes. I mean, at the end of the day, or one's lack of vocabulary and articulation skills is what creates the misunderstandings. Nah, some people just crazy, Phil. Some people is just crazy, man. And some people, they don't learn the lessons. Of the truth, of reality. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times we have, a perception, right? Let's, stick with what we're saying. We have a perception of reality, right? And how we, interface with reality, what we should be doing, on a daily basis, right? But then a lot of times, right, the illusions within our perceptions make themselves well known, right? Like, you have, I'm sure we all know, right? If we're not ourselves, right, we know people who, uh, you know, had a perception that they was going to be this master criminal, and they was going to make all this money, they was never going to go to jail. The reality, we all know what the reality of that is too. And we all know those people, right, who never learn that reality. See, not for nothing. But most people that's in 100% control of their faculties, they sane and everything, right? They don't call at this term. Which not like I was gonna answer anyway. But just in case y'all was wondering. Some people are gluttonous for learning the hard way, meaning those that intently disregard the facts. I mean, I don't think they got the ability to see, guys. See that was you called up. Listen, Kasi, call daytime like 3, 4. That's when the same people call. Because somehow, like, I think on the walls of the bathroom in a mental institution, they got our number written there. You know what I'm saying? Like when you go in the mental institution, right? They got the number for a law school written up there, man. These motherfuckers be calling here. I, I don't even know. Like, how do they? Cause I never been on the psych ward, so I don't know. Like, don't they? Knowing that right now you a little bit unstable, right? Why are they giving you the power to call people out here? Like, don't they got like, okay, look, you've called this number. You've called this number 15 times in the last 2 minutes. They hung up on you the first 2 times, and then they didn't answer no more. With all the technology they got, they ain't got some technology to say, all right, yeah, leave these people alone, man. Like, right now, you're in the middle of the episode. If you wasn't, you wouldn't be here at the G building. So leave these people alone. Almighty knowledge. Almighty show until I don't know what you got to do, but that does exist in the knowledge, right? Where, like, there's a day that you come out and build, right? I'm not saying like, any particular date or day of the week, but I'm just saying that in the course of you having the knowledge, right? There's a day when you step into the cipher, right? And you drop some signs that cause people to, the hot seat might reverse. So people don't, people know not to, not to be trying to test you because you can't show and prove. When when you first get the knowledge, like I said, in my time using the hot seat, every cipher you went in, brothers want to know what degrees you know, and can you quote them? Do you know who these people are you talking about in that degree? All of this is until one day, right? When you manifest your math, and people like, you're gonna have to reach that point, almighty knowledge, because every time I see your name, King Math, you was kind of what you call that there? You was kind of skating on thin ice with a name like King Math. But see, now that you know 120. See, y'all got to think about those kinds of things, man, when you got your name. Is that when you say your name, right? Is that what I'm thinking? Like, let's say I didn't know your name, right? But I seen you break everything down. You get into the history and the principles and the everything that manifested this, whatever this is, in our reality, right? And then somebody said, "Oh yeah, that's the guy scientific." Vic, yeah, you know, so yeah, the guy scientific. Fifth set of 20 push-ups. Yeah, man, yo, right now I can't really. My hands still they don't bend. So as soon as I put any kind of pressure, can't do it. Hopefully I don't be out of commission too long. I do be thinking about that too, yo. If somebody grabbed me by my hand, it'd be like WWF. Remember back in the days, we used to play Mercy? I can't play Mercy right now. I can't. I can't play Mercy right now. I don't know. Do they still do that? Man, listen. But y'all know how y'all do. We arm wrestling, no, buddy. But D, the 2-year-old girl could beat me in arm wrestling right now. Robbie said, just did my last set of 45, fifth time today, every Monday to Friday only. Yeah, because you know, look, that's how we do over here, Random Jewels, man. Strong mind, strong body, man. See, you say you deal with equality, man. Like, we really, that's what I'm saying. We saying that, look, arm, leg, arm, head. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's your power. Like, look, y'all want to see me pick something up from my mind with my mind? If you want to see me pick something up with my mind, type 1 in the box. The the medicine cabinet you talking about for these is, look, you don't even know we got a brand new we got a brand new crop. We got a brand new crop of individuals that need to take their medicine. You have no idea. You have yo, G, you have no idea. All right, so we got a couple of ones. We got a couple of ones here in the box, right? So look, I got a bottle over here to my right, right? I'm about to pick this up with my mind. All right. That's how you do that. That's how you see, but you can't manifest. You can't manifest, man, without this, man. Ain't just no power out there like that doing that. It all has to interact with matter for you to even know it exists. The definition don't exist without matter. If energy is something that has the ability to do work and change matter, then what is it if there's no matter? Like if you a teacher because you got the ability to teach people, then what are you if you ain't got no people that you teaching? Teacher and student go together. Up and down go together. Left and right go together. Energy and matter go together.
Food stand man is here.
Get right down, born black man, and give it to him.
I am. Do that right
Kasim said I practice telekinesis. That was telekinesis I just did. See, like this here, right here, right? You dealing with this computer screen, right? You know, dealing with this computer makes you a cyborg already. The way it works now, look. Do you know these phone numbers without the phone? Do you know where you're going without the phone? So in reality, just the way the phone works right now, it's a slow download speed. It's a slow download and upload speed. But you're so interfaced with the phone, you cyborg. Input and output. I can do. You know, the input and the output speed is slow. So instead of the computer just being hooked up directly to your ear nerve, right? You got to listen to it through the ear, but the same thing happens. It controls you. You got to drop. You got to. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. I used to think cab drivers were amazing back in the days because they knew the whole city on cab. Yeah. It ain't like that now. You see them, they got they GPS over there. The phone has become an extension of the body, truly addictive. That's sad. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's already an extension. You already a cyborg. You already got powers that you don't got. See, like when you're dealing with, back in the days, right? The first I was introduced to cyborgs was the $6 Million Man. For those that's a little bit younger, this guy, he got in it as a TV show, and he got into he was a test fighter pilot, and the plane crashed, and so he was so near death that they did all this experimental surgery on him to see, we give him all these fake limbs and everything, and we put them together with technology. And so he survived it and ended up becoming the $6 Million Man because it was $6 million of technology that they put in. You know what I'm saying? But he was also known as the Bionic Man. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, people is bionic now. Well, you could tell me about places you ain't never been because you could Google it. You could download that information. But it's just slow speed. We can type stuff in, right? We can use Siri and all of that. See, we used to have some 50 phone numbers on cap, uncles, aunts, cousins, alone, plus friends. Yeah. And look, think about this, right? There's numbers that I remember from the 1970s. Now, I can still tell you what my great grandmother's number is right now. But see, now I'm a cyborg, right? Where look, if my memory chip unit goes down, if if my memory chip unit goes down, I can't get in touch with you. See, you gotta know how to realize the reality. But see, look, that's what I told you, man. What the devil said, man, he was gonna rob you, and they was gonna live in luxury. And see, the nothing, they let you live out on the edge of the luxury, and they bring it up. You never heard the concept that, listen, we should be happy for slavery because we get to have iPhones instead of being, you know, back in Africa starving. That's a real idea that's manifested out in the world. See, look, it's like our brother Akman used to always say to me, man. Anytime some shit happen, some 10% shit, Akman say for a few dollars more. Because anything, some shady shit happens, money might don't even be involved. There's some shady shit. There's Akman with me. He going into details for a few dollars more. Justice said, I keep numbers on cap to this day. Never know when your phone will break or get lost. Yeah, but I mean, now it depends on how much, if you're using the Brownsville method. If you calling those numbers constantly, because that was another thing about having numbers on cap. Remember, there was the numbers that you had on cap, and then there was another section of numbers that you didn't. If I asked you the number, you couldn't tell it to me. But you could go to the phone and dial it with your muscle memory. Divine understanding. Yeah, Shakim. So clearly you used to watch the $6 Million Man too. You know, and look, I'm not telling people not to use the phone. I'm just telling you, be aware of what's going on, right? Be aware that you're not going to receive more gold, right? Be aware, right, that you better use the phone and don't let the phone use you, because they using you through the phone. They take your money in all kinds of ways and make themselves rich. So don't be under no illusion. Don't let your perception cloud the reality. You said, I don't store many numbers. I purposely keep just the number in my phone to train my brain to memorize it. Nah, you can't keep, see, you gotta dial it every time. It's just like the lessons. You gotta say it every time. Shoot, I said, don't allow the tool to make you a tool. Hey, look, you know what you just, you know what you just say. Look, you see with that phone? Is she I power her or her power I see? That's what you just said. It's not just that people is more visual with their memory, right? But it's that you have your senses, right? Is pathways to your brain. And so the more senses that you use, right? The more senses that you exercise dealing with a topic, the more pathways to your brain that information is making. You see what I mean? So when you read it, right, you imprinted the lessons on your brain through one way. But when you speak it, now you've imprinted it on your brain two ways. And when you go in the cipher and you hear the other brother speak it, now you've imprinted it on your life three ways. Then when you live it out, see, that's muscle memory too. Like LeBron don't have to think about getting the rebound. Or like when you get in the car and you just throw it in the gear without even thinking of that's muscle memory. So check this out. You know, some things, right? If you ask them the details the way I just said it, they might don't know that. But remember back in the days when old people used to say, look at me when I'm talking to you? I mean, yeah, some of it is just the custom, right? Of respect and everything. But remember, you got other places like Japan Well, you better not look me in my face. But the old people understood that if you look at me and hear me, it's a better chance of what I'm saying imprinting on you. See, that's why you got to speak the lessons, man. That's why you got to go out and walk and talk them. That's what makes it easy. Just sitting back and trying to use this one way, right? Especially when you're being bombarded with other stuff in so many ways. You may not think of it like that, but see, when the people are scrolling, you interacting with that thing what they call it, tactily. When you hit the unmute, you interacting. It ain't just a picture. See, we covered this early in the class dealing with creative power, right? Your creative power is the ideas that come from the inside out, as opposed to ideas that come from the outside in. So somebody brought up, or was it me? I don't know. Whatever we talking about the internet, right? That's another. See, if I read a book, right, then I have to use my creative power to picture how the people look. I have to use my creative power to, understand the different vocal inflections that people is using when they communicate. If they say he had on a plaid jacket, I got to use my creative power to visualize that. Right? That's if you read it. Right? But now, if we move up to radio, now I don't have to use my creative power to imagine what you sound like. Oh, this person yelled that, right? In the book, I gotta imagine that. But on the radio, I ain't gotta imagine that. But I still have to imagine how you look, how you smell, you understand what I mean? How the food tastes. But if we move to TV, now I'm taking three of your resources for creative power from you, because now that you're not using that power, it starts to atrophy. So, like I said, now we up to the internet, right? Where this is interactive to a whole other level. I don't know if you know about that. They was trying to do that at one time. They had this box that they were supposed to put on your TV, and then the box was going to exude whatever smells was supposed to be on the TV. And I'm gonna tell you something. If they could get to smell, right? That's high powered, because see, smell is, your hunger. The smell is like, see, you can see something might be far away though. You ain't. But that thing is connected to your hunger. So if they ever get that one, put your helmets on. So you said here, you also become of the algorithm of space and time, because all aspects of your movements down to your thoughts can now become predictable. That's called practical knowledge versus propositional knowledge. Add on to that right there, Almighty Knowledge. What's that mean? I've heard these terms before. I'm not familiar with what propositional knowledge is. Self-out Bill said, "Don't be looking with no mean mug to your elders." Listen, man. You a little bit younger than me, man. Listen, you couldn't. Listen. They used to beat you. You couldn't even cry. You gotta be old school. That like, motherfucker beat you and shit. Shit, the fuck you crying for, man? You want me to give you something to cry about? That's when there's no way out. Oh man. So they got movie theaters that put out a mist with the smell. I didn't even know that, but there you have it. That this when they say they continue daily, they upgrading the things that they do. See, like I said, they figured out that I don't want to eat pig, so now they put bioengineered products in my food. So I got to continue daily. So you said propositional knowledge would be knowledge of a fact. Okay, and how would that be different than practical knowledge? So you can't say I'm knowing that Washington, D.C. is the capital of the U.S. because it's a fact that is known and not put into practice. Well, now it's a practical level of it because it's geographical. So propositional knowledge means it can be true or false, versus practical knowledge is knowledge of a skill and putting that skill into practice, like driving a car, is practical because you can put it into an everyday practice. Okay, I understand what you mean here. Uh, I would contend uh, that most of this difference, right, is up to the person doing the knowledge. Because see, like you said, okay, I could say Washington, D.C. is the capital of the U.S. This is a fact, not a lesson, right? But I can go to Washington, D.C. and turn it into a lesson. But I understand what you're saying. So propositional knowledge is like facts, whereas practical knowledge is like lessons. You see, that's what the lesson can't be a lesson unless somebody takes it as a blessing. It's a whole bunch of examples of what to do and what not to do out there that nobody learned that lesson. At least, none of the people that was around that should have learned it. That's what I mean. So that ties with space and time and how you can how you can become part of the algorithm. All right, so let's back up. You saying I mean, this last statement that you made, just sometimes you gotta remember, you know, uh is this see look, remember I said in the beginning, you wasn't on here then, right? That the same person is not necessarily the best knower in all topics. So sometimes you gotta remember, you gotta break things down for me, right? Because see, look, one of the reasons in my, that I drew up, you know what I'm saying, is one of the reasons why uh I'm able to explain a lot of things simply, right? Is because I got the knowledge at a young age and I used to be around older people. And so a lot of the things that they was talking about, I didn't have those experiences yet. I didn't know, you know what I'm saying, some of these things that they telling me. It's the first time I heard it. You see what I'm saying? So uh, I had to figure out how to break that down in some terms where I could understand. You see what I'm saying? So even to this day, sometimes, yeah, you gotta bring it all the way home, right? And complete the cipher. You see what I'm saying? Like you say something, and then it's like, okay, I need you to tie that back in to the original idea. Tag Magazine said the mind is abstract, the brain is a physical organ, more concrete. If I can explain how I see it, um, I don't know if abstract is the right word, but I get your point. I mean, well, she, like I just showed you, when I move something with my mind, right? I wouldn't really make that kind of difference. Now, look, we're gonna let Almighty Knowledge answer the question first before I answer, right? Because that's how we do. We 5%. We funny that way, right? But I'm gonna tell you, how I draw it up. So you said that goes back to the previous discussions we said before about how the space in your mind or the thoughts and experiences that you feel in your mind help complete the process of your own. All right, that's what you're saying now. But that yeah, when somebody what they asked me about the space in my head, so I said, yeah, I didn't know what they meant by that. Yeah, yeah, I remember that now. But in terms of, so what you are you saying, like in terms of who's filling that space? If you were filling it right with your knowledge and wisdom, or if they're filling it with their algorithms. Is that what you're saying? See, this is look. This is a skill you have to learn. And if you're going to be a teacher, right? Look, these was things that we had to learn. Speak up. You know, we in the cipher. Look, it's 30 people, so some people is way over there. You know, if you form a cipher with 30 people, some people is way over there. We outside, traffic, whatever's going on, all the sound, other people talking. Speak up, guy. We can't hear you over here. You said that? Yeah, break that down, guy. What you mean by that? We don't understand. We don't understand what you mean. You had to learn that public speaking. So you got to you have to learn to speak concisely. Remember the guy got up at the rally one day and said when he was 20, right? He'd say this much, and the explosion would be like this, pop, be like a firecracker. He said when he was 29, he'd speak this much, and the explosion would be like boom. That's what you learn it. Your mind or the knowledge and wisdom that you take in affects space and time based on your understanding of reality. Yeah, see, I don't know about this. See, the knowledge and wisdom that you take in doesn't really affect the mind. It affects the brain. See, just like your eye, right, is an organ or an instrument that interacts with light. Your ear, right, is an organ or an instrument that interacts with sound. Your brain is an organ or instrument that interacts with thought. And so those thoughts that you take in, they affect your brain. And as the instrument, right, that interacts with the mind is the same way as if your ears was faulty, right? If you didn't clean your brain, it'd be the same if you didn't clean your ears. You wouldn't hear as good. That's not abstract. It doesn't have weight or take up physical space, but it's not abstract. You said, I'm saying if you're an algorithm, you're not having the knowledge of those interactions. Uh, if you, so you're saying the person actually becomes an algorithm. Is that what you're saying? Hmm. Yeah, I can see that. Look, I can give you a simple example, right, of how I can draw that up, right, and agree with you, right? Is that, look, when you click like on one of my videos, right, then it makes other people see it. When you just come on my video, right, it sends alerts out to other people. When we're forwarding all of these, memes to each other and stuff, yeah, we've become a part of the algorithm right there. You see, you gotta be explaining. See, you can't, you can't keep me in your back pocket, right? And then whenever you say something and you just hold up, pull out Christ right there. You gotta break that down for him, God. you can't, you can't, you, you gotta. It's self-style wisdom, guys. Self-style wisdom. So Leonore Silva, you asked the question mathematically. So I mean, preliminarily, right? You asked the question mathematically with two question marks, right? So just by force of habit, I'm gonna say true indeed. Mathematically. About the algorithm. I'm saying you gotta fill me in. Like what is the I mean, because see, when you say mathematically, everything is mathematics. See, even wisdom knowledge is mathematics. It's just going to lead to being born dead instead of being born alive. So we pretty much we've reached that juncture, right? Where you know we're gonna go ahead and ask, you know, we're gonna go ahead and ask, we got any questions? Any questions before we turn this one down? Or is this just another episode where the fluency of my wisdom was so impeccable that everything is so crystal clear that there's no need for questions? That's how I like to look at it. So you saying this is what I'm saying, right? If I'm understanding your question correctly, right? You see the brain is fed by the 5 physical senses, right? You see, hear, taste, so you experience the world, and then you have X amount of knowledge, right? Things that you know, right? And then of course, there's some things that you still don't know that you can't activate on, right? There's things that we can detect, right? That don't depend on the 5 senses. For instance, a person's intelligence, right? What sense do you use to uh what sense do you use to determine that, to measure that, right? And you have categories. So if you have categories, right, where some people are smart, some people are not so smart, right? Some people are stupid, right? That means that you're measuring their intelligence, right? What sense are you using to do that? That see, when you go into a scientific lab, right, and you go into, New York University in this physics lab, right, they have instruments there that can detect a pressure wave, right? Sound is a wave that creates pressure, and that's what propagates the wave from the vibration that comes from the person to each molecule between you and the person, right? They have instruments that can detect a photon, right? A photon is light, right? They got instruments that could do that. They don't have an instrument, right, where you could just come in and they could take your blood or hook you up to a machine and tell your intelligence. And so in that world, it's abstract. But saying that, okay, this person is because I've never heard of that. It could exist, right? I've never heard that they found brain differences, like differences in your brain between somebody that's in, you know, 801 and somebody that's in 807. So a lot of things that in the scientific lab they haven't developed an instrument to measure these things, right? It's abstract to them. So, as an example, I'm saying that in Pluto was discovered, I think, in 1931 or something like that. Before they had a particular telescope, right? The electron telescope, they couldn't detect certain things that was a certain distance away, right? That didn't make that. That didn't make it abstract. It just meant that they didn't have it.
Before you leave, you should just call more back and tell them you're gonna need a tool or something to break that. Because other than that, you're gonna be there broke the door. Oh, you on the left piece, man.
You see what I'm saying? So because I have an instrument, right, that detects these things, right, in real time, right, in reality, then I wouldn't say it's abstract. You see what I'm saying? The same way, look, when a person come on this live stream, right, and I'm able to get right to the meat of, uh, you know, what I want to know about you, what you about. That's not abstract to me. Like back in the days, there was things when I was 85, right? There was a story that was circulating in my junior high school, right? That there was a brother that got locked up. And so, he's in the bullpens and everything. And for whatever reason, he don't eat. So it's like a mad long period of time, like a week or something. He didn't eat. And so when he finally gets to Rikers Island, somehow he gets some fig Newtons, right? And the guy stabbed him up because the fig Newtons was pig. Now, mind you, at the time, I only know pig meat is pork. Right? I don't know about ingredients, right? So we were like, man, with fig Newtons, what kind of shit is that? We couldn't, Now, see, at the time, all that shit was. So that was one of the questions. That was like something that they said, right? Where it was like, okay, that's how serious it is if you become a 5%. That if you eat pork, they're gonna kill you. that that was the word at a certain point, right? And so we in the class, and somebody asks, right? Somebody says, yeah, but if you eat pork, let's see if you eat in your house, how they gonna know? And the Reverend Brother said, yeah, I don't know, man, but yo, don't play with them, saying they got ways of knowing. They know, saying you can't. See, to them, it was abstract. To us, I didn't understand either. But now that I have knowledge, that I've been doing this, nah, bro, it's people that look. See, when y'all ain't looking, we say that about you. Hey, this thing's got to be eating pig, man. Hey, listen, there's no way he's following dietary law. So, for those reasons, I wouldn't say it's abstract. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people think supreme mathematics is abstract. That's why people make up all kinds of crazy shit. You know another way you could tell that it's not abstract, right? Look at what they calling artificial intelligence. Right? And look at the way artificial intelligence interacts with something that it experiences for the first time, right? As opposed to the way a 2-year-old interacts to something they experience the first time. See, that's something that's concrete that we can observe. And if you got the proper instrument, right, to measure what it is you seeing, what happened? This nigga done fuck my shit up. You see this? Yeah, you know, I generally don't watch these videos. So I don't just, I got this other screen over here that I'm reading and listening. And I'm watching the commercials now that they put on my videos, man. I feel this is I, I need to speak to somebody. What are some of the commercials that y'all see? I don't. I'm just well, this is for a travel crib. So this one is okay. This is for a travel crib for a baby. But I wonder, oh wait a minute. Is the screen still black? Wait. So I guess y'all can hear me, but you can't see me? Because I can't see me. I don't know what happened. Somebody called me. Somebody called me and then that was a wrap. I don't know. I'm saying I'm moving. I mean, I guess that's that. I guess that is that. But I mean, at the end of the day, we did the dizzle. You know what I'm saying? We hit some topics. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully, in that it's 23 people watching right now. Just want to be 25. You last two people, I don't know if I like y'all now because y'all y'all messed up today. Like 27 people now, all of a sudden. But we hit some topics. You know what I'm saying, and hopefully, uh, hopefully, there was some best part in there for everybody to take for themselves. You know what I'm saying? It might don't be the same thing for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Some people might grow off of this, some people might grow off of that. Mind shining. Oh man, look, we had a good class. I don't know, we got some technical difficulties going on right now. No picture. We do have sound. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the channel. Subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Hit the notification button so you can know when we come on. We usually on Mondays and Tuesdays. I don't can I have I done enough lives now where I can say we usually on Mondays and Tuesdays again? Because we was on hiatus for a little while. But stay tuned with us and we might make another one this week, depending on how things go. You know what I mean? Right now my schedule's a little bit looser because got hit by a car. Works out like that. But in the meantime, between time, if you made it this far, hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we had a couple new people. Subscribe. Just saw a circle. Am I coming back on? Oh, my shots. I've been tuned in for years. Hey, listen, until you say something, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You can't be Masonic. But in the meantime, between time, we're gonna sign off and say peace. Same bad time, same bad channel, same bad place. Signing off.